Hello, everyone. So today I'll be giving you a brief overview and demonstration of how Facebook ads work. I will not go too much in detail on the other aspects, but how do we reach Ads Manager from a personal profile page? So clicking next to your profile icon, that is a menu. Clicking here, you then see this add icon. There you need to click. And from here, directly clicking on the business suite, that will lead to a landing page, which will help us get a link to Ads Manager. Clicking on Ads Manager, we will be directed to Ads Manager landing page. So this is the interface for Facebook ad campaigns and setting up an ad group. So now explaining you in detail on what other sections of this interface look like. So for example, campaigns. Here, when we call it a campaign, there are different kinds of campaign. Like for example, if it is a festival campaign or a day campaign, for example, Women's Day, Men's Day. So these kind of campaigns will be listed here. Then coming to ad sets. Ad sets are generally a group of audience with its location, with its behavior, and many other settings that we do while creating an ad. Then coming to ads. An ad is generally a format that is being represented to the target audience. That may include video, photo, slideshow, carousel, dynamic product ads, lead form ads, and many more. So now a single ad set can have various or numerous ads in different formats. And a single ad also can have various ad sets depending on the target location and the target audience. It can be geographically also, or maybe on an age group side, or which is gender specific as well. Depends on the type of a product which we would like to market. Now, considering how do we start a Facebook ad? Now, for creating a Facebook ad, we need to click on create. So while we create a Facebook ad campaign, I'll be explaining you each and every aspect and why do we why do we choose a single objective, or what that particular objective looks like, or why do we go for any specific type of an objective. So basically, a campaign objective that Facebook has, it is broadly divided among three categories, that is awareness, consideration, and conversion. When we see each of them is again subdivided among various groups. Like for example, awareness has brand awareness and reach both. Consideration has traffic, engagement, app installs, video views, lead generation, and messages. Conversion objective has sub categorization as a conversion. That is like it shows you ads to the people most likely to take valuable actions to, like making a purchase or adding payment information, or they going to your website or an app or a messenger. Catalog sales. Basically, it uses your target audience to show people ads with items from your catalog. Store traffic. So this is basically for your local store. Like it shows your ad to the people most likely that they visit their physical stores when they're near them. So it kind of gives an indication. Now, while we look at these campaign objectives, it is nothing but a modern online buyer's journey. Facebook is very smart, in fact, in listing down its objective. Uh, Basically, it's a deliberate action which is designed for an ad platform to be able to serve ads at a key micro moments in the buyer cycle. Once you identify where in the buyer cycle sales funnels you are targeting, your objective is pretty much chooses itself. Within these three objectives, I think it depends on what kind of a success factor would you like to choose. Uh, for example, like if it is awareness, so it starts with whether your brand is being aware among the target audience or not. So if this that is solved, then we need to get into the consideration aspect. That if you want your target audience to visit your website, so to increase your website traffic, we need to choose consideration as the objective, and clicking on traffic will lead to generating more website traffic. Engagement helps us getting more likes, comments, shares for that particular post. App installs is nothing but getting more app install for your particular app which you own as an organization. Video views, for example, if it is a product video and you would like to have that video to be viewed by your target audience, and to get more views, you again opt for that particular campaign objective. Lead generation. So now consideration, having a lead generation is nothing but getting more contact details, maybe in the form of email ID or a contact detail. Uh, and so with this, we can actually generate good client data. Messages. So basically, messages can also be some query solving messages, or maybe some quotation or request for a proposal, or anything that involves consideration from the target audience. Now, moving to conversion. Conversion is nothing but making an action or making a direct action on your website that leads to revenue generation. So it will actually redirect. It will help redirect to your particular website and make a payment. So once a customer makes a payment, you actually have a success factor of conversion. Catalog sale is again on a similar lines. Once we have our client or a customer buy any product from the catalog, that becomes a success factor again. Again, like if your customer is near your physical store and they happen to visit, then your GPS will identify that, and that will again be a success factor for our campaign, and it will record basically. So again, that becomes another success factor, and it will help in our conversions. So this is all about deciding your campaign objective. It is very important that we are clear on what kind of a success factor we are looking at, and what we need to actually target for. Uh, I would just, for an instance, choose a website traffic as a consideration or a campaign objective for a test campaign, basically. Now I'll just name our campaign, that is test campaign. So while I have chosen website traffic as our campaign objective, we will be defining our audience, or we will have a specific behavioral aspect. So again, it depends on what kind of geography your target audience belong. Accordingly, we need to set up an ad. So this is campaign name that has already been done, and you will see this campaign name in reporting, insights, tips, and not notifications. So accordingly, you can choose your campaign name. Special ad categories. So basically, if you are having a ad category like social issues or elections or politics, then we just have to just declare the same. And if not, then we'll just skip on. Campaign details. Campaign details is basically an auction. So basically, Facebook ad works on auction type. Like if we are bidding for more than what our competitors has bid for, then our ad would be uh, shown to our target audience over our competitor ads. So accordingly, we need to choose our bidding rate, and we need not pay too much also, or we need not opt for a very low bidding rate so that our ad is not shown. So we need to optimize our bidding, or we need to optimize our cost in such a way that we are paying in an optimum price. So for any ad groups, we can conduct a A/B test. That's what is seen here. We can try different images or ad text or audiences or any kind of a combination that you would like to. So for in that instance, like you can get more information here on the right hand side, which will help us, create more types of ad, test more ads, and accordingly decide upon a particular ad set. So while we then coming to our next campaign budget optimization. So this is what I was talking about while we decide upon a campaign budget. We need to decide upon how much do we actually need to spend on that particular ad set. So daily budget we need to set, that is we do not want to spend more than maybe 1,000 rupees per day. So if we actually spend more like 1,000 rupees, then the ad is stopped, shown to any of our target audience. So we can again, like this is like at start we can just set up a campaign budget. Eventually we need to see how our ads are performing. If we feel that the ad is performing really well, and we are getting good actions, and we are getting good website traffic with the same, then we might increase our daily budget. Or if we feel that we need not put a lot of budget here, then we can even decrease on a daily basis. So while we have set uh, uh, these, we also have this ad scheduling. Like, for example, like at this point in time, I've just set it up at ad will run all the time. So this is also something that we can actually adjust. So while we have set all these parameters, moving to the next page, that will be more on how to set your ad set. Now we also need to name the ad set, because as I said, a single campaign can have various ad sets, and a single ad set can have various ads in different formats. So now to make things much more clearer, it would be great if we can actually call out this separately. I will name this ad set as younger generation. So this will actually help me understand that this is the target group I've taken for. And this is again test campaign. So again, this is for a test campaign. So this will also be very well defined. As we have already chosen our objective, so that's the reason I will choose website itself here again. Dynamic creative. So basically, dynamic creative is nothing but understanding our target audience behavior and accordingly serving them ads in a similar fashion. So basically, it is uh, providing creative elements like images, headlines, and the Facebook will automatically generate combinations optimized for your audience. Variations may include with different formats or templates based on one or more elements. So this is how it works. But at this point in time, I will not be opting for a dynamic creative. We can also opt for offer, like what kind of an offer do I actually would like to put up on the ad. So that also can be done here. Now, while we decide upon a budget, we also need to understand when we would like to schedule our campaign. Uh, let's get so when we actually set up an ad group, it takes some time for Facebook to actually approve the ad set and the ad campaign what we have created. So it would be great that if we create the whole ad set very on prior basis and then schedule it for maybe after 2 days, so that becomes a better option. And even the time also would be it'd be great if we can actually set up a time. So I'm just like on a random basis, I'm setting up at 9 o'clock a.m. on 20th August. So there's a different way. Either put up a daily budget and the total budget, so that itself will have that itself will decide upon the end date of the campaign. But if we do not want to set up a daily budget, but we would like to, call out our total campaign budget and set up an end date, then it will use budget according to, the opportunity we get while we serve ad groups to our target audience. So I would suggest, setting up a daily budget so that we are optimally targeting our target groups in such a way that we are actually not, serving the ads on very wrong time, or maybe when they are not actually active. So this is my idea, but we can actually evaluate based on what kind of business we are in and what kind of a target audience we are targeting to. Now, coming to the audience, uh, there are different ways of creating audience group, that is creating new audience or using saved audience. Creating new audience involves maybe custom audience, like we can actually target based on the companies, based on likes, dislikes. Saved audience includes maybe the handle that we have, or email IDs. Uh, so again, like as you can see, using custom audiences to reach people who already interacted with your business, or lookalike audiences to reach new people similar to your existing customers. So this is what your custom audiences look like. You also have an option to exclude some of them. For example, like if you're targeting the whole of ad set, wherein you feel that men is an exclusion, then we can actually exclude them uh, from the ad set. So that becomes easier and much more targeted. Now we can also target our location based on what geography we are looking at. For example, if I would like to put this for Bangalore. So I'm opting for Bangalore, Karnataka, and I would like to set up age group that is, as I've opted for younger generation, so I will uh, go for 13 years to um, maybe 22 years. So that is my target audience as per younger generation. Based on now, also we can go for a very detailed targeting here. Detailed targeting involves adding demographics, interest, behaviors, anything that suits your targeted audience. For example, if I feel the music is the interest group for my particular product, then I will actually choose music. Then if I feel guitar is the interest group that is much more specific, then I will choose guitar. So we can get as much specific or as much broader however we like, uh, and considering our target audience that we need to evaluate upon. So we can actually opt for something like that, reach people beyond your detailed targeting selections when it's likely to improve your performance. So Facebook has a lot of customization, a lot of ways in which it creates a very user a friendly experience, and also like Facebook wants very targeted ad groups, and it also wants to have a very pleasant user experience. So it gives us the opportunity to get much more targeted, and it also helps the end user also get much more appropriate content it can. So in both the ways, it's like a win-win situation. So we can opt for something like this as well. I mean, there's no harm in it. So here, there's this one meter which has been defined uh, between specific to broad. We are in between basically. So in whatever selection what we have done, we can get much more specific. So this meter can actually help us if we are on a broader scale or if we are getting more specific, and accordingly we can evaluate. So Facebook also has option of what kind of ad placement would you like. Like it's an automatic placement or if it is a manual placement, like you manually choose what kind of ad placement you would like to have. So accordingly, one can have the same. Optimization for ad delivery. So optimization and delivery. So basically, there are various ways in which we can conduct delivery also and optimization. For example, landing page views. So once your targeted audience has clicked on the website link on the from the ad format, that will become our success factor, and for that will be charged for whatever bidding rate we have opted for. So basically, it says we will deliver your ads to people who are more likely to click on your ads link and load the website or instant experience. Basically, once they are landed to the website, or then we'll be charged for whatever we have bid for. Link clicks. So link clicks is nothing but once a targeted audience or customer has clicked on the link, even though if he does not land to landing page, still will be charged for the same. So basically, we will deliver your ads to the people most likely to click on them. So that is a link click delivery option. Daily unique reach. So here Facebook helps us get a very unique delivery option on an optimization scale. It helps us deliver to people who are unique. So basically, it does not deliver repeatedly to a single user. And if a single user clicks multiple times, will be charged for it on a multiple scale. So this also becomes a better option on that note. Then comes impression. Impression is nothing but, I mean, there's no action which has been done from the customer point of view. It is just Facebook gives an impression on the targeted audience, irrespective of them making an action, or irrespective of them clicking on the link, or reaching the landing page. In however way, it will help us get as much views as possible. So at least we can make sure that it has actually reached the target audience. If they react, well and good. If they do not react, then it's fine. But we are just creating a brand awareness on that. So for impressions, basically for every 1,000 impressions, you need to choose a bid strategy. And for link clicks, for every single link click, what kind of a bid you would like to have. Set a cost control if you have a specific cost goal. If you don't have one, then Facebook will directly take up cost control, and it will automatically set up a bid. It will depend on what range actually it is running in. So this is all about how the optimization and delivery needs to be set. Once we are done, then we can move to, so I'll just like for an instance, I'll be opting for impressions as the optimization for ad delivery. Moving to the next step towards creating an ad. My ad name, again, as I said, campaign, ad sets, and ad name. There are three different things. Now we are naming an ad. So I'll be just like making an image or setting up with an image. So I'll be naming it as an image. Facebook page, I'll be setting up with one of the Facebook page which I have linked to. Setting up ad, create ad, single image or a video. So that is the format which I've opted for. Even we can also add an instant full screen mobile experience if we would like to. Definitely, because at this point in time, there's a lot of mobile users we have, and a lot of delivery that is happening over mobile phones. We can choose a template for the same here. Coming to the ad creative. So ad creative would be more for the desktop or a laptop user. You can select a media here that can be your image, the primary text basically. So this will serve as a basic uh, call to action or a description to what your image stands for, and headline. Basically headline becomes an optional thing, so that need to be very short in this, and it needs to give a gist on how exactly or what exactly your ad or image is talking about. If it is all about offer, then 10% off, or if it is about health check, please just put it as health check. If it's about music, then just call it out on a very shorter version. Now, the next one is we can also have a different tracking way, like track even data sets that contain the conversions your ad might motivate. The data set that contains the conversion selected for the ad account will be tracked by default, definitely. So maybe like an app event also becomes one of, so we can set this up on a separate scale. So here, this is what your feed would look like. You can opt for what kind of a preview you want to have and how your ad would look like. This is how it will look like on our mobile phones. Feed, it will look like this way. So I've not put up an image or anything. So this is how your Facebook ad set look like. Once we have a creative, we have our heading. So this is basically a heading. This is a main description over over your ad set. Ad format needs to be defined in this way. um, so this is how we need to set up a Facebook ad. Once we have set up payment information, and we have set up a payment mode, uh, we can then publish this. So while we publish this, Facebook, so this is where Facebook is asking me to set up a payment channel. So once I save this, Facebook will help me, or they will review the ad set, and this will in turn take some 1 or 2 days to get approved. And once it is approved based on your schedule time and date, it will start delivering to your target audience. So I think this is a very basic way in which we can create a Facebook ad. I would I would end this video with this ads manager Facebook ad group. For other Facebook features and Facebook ways of advertisement, I'll be covering it in a next video. Thank you very much.